Guys, what's going on? It's Cobra here today, and this is a long-awaited video. I wanted to do this much earlier, but I just now got the chance to be Vault of Glass. I hadn't had a very good team before to do it with. Now I finally got a good team to do it with. I'll probably be doing it more often, maybe do it in a few streams if you guys want to see that. But basically, if you don't know what that is, it's a raid in Destiny, which is basically the hardest thing to do in Destiny. And I finally beat it, and in my first complete run, I've never done it fully. In our first complete run as a new group, we beat it in 1 hour and 17 minutes, which is actually real good. The record for doing it the legit way is like 36 minutes or something. So really, our first try, that is pretty good. It takes a lot of people around 2 to 3 hours to do these. It took us 1 hour and 17 minutes, so we were really happy about that. But let's get into the breakdown of this video. The first part of the Vault of Glass, you will have to form the spire. The way to form the spire is you want to control the plates, which are the circle ring type things, and you just want them all the way up. You don't have to stay in the plates the whole time. You can get out of it as soon as you get it raised up completely. As soon as it doesn't come up anymore, you can get out and move around. You want to focus all your fire on the Minotaurs for the most part, because those are the ones that'll take your control plate, or your sync plate, that's what it's called. They'll take your sync plate, and if they take that, then the spire will stop forming. So you always want the spire to be forming to do that as fast as possible. Like I said, don't let them take the plates. That's the worst thing to do. The left and right sync plates are the hardest to defend, because you can get taken from 2 angles, which you can get taken from 2 angles on the middle, but it's a lot harder. The middle needs to help the other people out. Don't go all the way to their side, but if you can just shoot at some of their guys sometimes, if they call out they need help, that's the best thing to do. And guys on the left and right, y'all can shoot the guys that are going up towards the middle to help them out as well. Basically, they'll just spawn in front and behind you when on the left and right sides, and you just need to call out. You should have 2 people at each sync plate. That'll be the best method. And like I said, just call out if they're in front or behind, and if you're in the middle, call out left or right. That way both you and your partner are on the same page, and y'all can take them out quickly. Once you get the spire formed, the big circle ring thing, gong looking thing, will open up, and you are just doing like a little run thing to the next area. On the way, there will be 1 chest. You can usually get some Ascendant Shards or Ascendant Energies. No one that I've played with has gotten anything like amazing out of it, because I've done that part a few times, just not the full thing. But other than that, there's not really much. You just follow the path. It's pretty self-explanatory. And then the next part, once you've gone through the path, my bad. The chest will probably be pretty easy to find. Just follow the path and it'll be right there in front of you. But the next part, once you follow the path all the way down, is the Templar. The first thing you have to do is defend the confluxes. Okay, what we did is we put 2 in the middle, 2 on the right side, and 2 on the left side. That way all sides were covered and they really couldn't come at you. And at the very beginning, only 1 conflux spawns, and it's in the middle. Then after you beat that stage, 2 confluxes spawn, and they're on the left and right. And once you beat that one, 3 confluxes spawn, and we just kept the same setup for each one, and it worked just great. Because on the left and right one, the people in the middle were able to take care of some of the other stuff. And on the one with the 2 confluxes, when they're on the left and the right, just if you need help on your side, call it out, and the middle people can come over there and help you real easily. So that's the best method we found. One thing that's to note is some enemies will have a green glow, and when you kill them, they'll have like some green goo in a circle or whatever, and you do not want to step in that. It will poison you, basically, and when the Templar prepares his ritual of negation, it will blow you up, and you'll die, and you'll just be kind of a detriment to the team, and they'll have to worry about picking you up. If you do, however, get in the green glue, there is an option to where if you can get into the middle of the map down those stairs, there is a cleansing area where you can get cleansed. So if that does happen, you want to run there and hope that it's there. Let me check. There. Yes, okay. And then the next part, after you've beat all the confluxes, will be the oracles. The oracles are just little like box-looking things that spawn all over the map. We put 3 on each side, 1 up top, 1 in the middle, and 1 up back on each side. And that worked real well. Just constantly call out where the oracles are, and it'll help the team out a lot. And you should all be able to take that part out fairly easy. Just try to remember the spawns. There's usually one middle, top, and bottom, so if you got people covering that, that is going to be great. One thing to note is you always want to take out the hobgoblins. There's 3 platforms on each side, and they're going to be standing on them, just constantly firing in at you. You want someone to take those guys out regularly, because they will be so annoying. Because you'll be in a gunfight, and then all of a sudden you're dead out of nowhere, and a hobgoblin shot you from one of those platforms. And those guys do a lot. So you just want to make sure nothing happens there. So you don't get killed. The next part of the Templar is the actual Templar. What I can tell you is basically just unload when on the Templar, because what will happen is the shield, there'll be a shield type thing, and I think it may be called the relic. Anyway, a guy will pick it up, and every now and then he will get his supercharge, and when he uses that supercharge, the Templar's shield will go down, and you can just light into him, and it'll do the like same damage you would usually do, but you can actually do damage because the shield will be down, and that'll help out a lot. One thing that does happen though is rings pop up, and it'll trap you in the rings. Don't try to walk out of those because you will get killed. Shoot or knife your way out there. Shooting is the best method in my opinion. That's what worked best for me, and usually the Templar teleports to that spot. If someone just stands in the ring, he won't teleport to that spot, and you can get an easy shots on him. So that is very useful. After you beat the Templar, there is one chest. If you go to the left side, there will be a little hole up in the wall. You'll get to see it in the video, and it's a chest, and you usually just get spirit blooms out of it. That's all I've ever seen people get out of it. I haven't seen them get anything crazy. The next part of the Vault of Glass is Gorgon's Maze. Basically, this is just kind of like a maze, and there's these things called the Gorgons, and what they do, if they see you, they will attack you, and your whole squadron will die. It's not fun. So my #1 tip for that, don't get caught. Actually, I didn't have to go through the whole maze. We just went and got a chest, which is on the right side. There's also a chest on the left side, but you don't want to get both of them. I mean, I guess you could. I actually don't know if that is possible, if you could get both of them. But I actually didn't have to do the maze in my fire team. I'd never been through the maze. So what we did is we went and got the chest, which is really close to the beginning part. And then we all backed out, and the 2 people that knew how to do it, they ran through it, and then re-invited us. So that was basically how that worked. They did give me a tip though. They said stay to the right. It's usually the easiest route. You shouldn't get caught. Just make sure those Gorgons don't look at you, and try to sneak past them, behind them, whatever you have to do. Like I said, there is a chest in the Gorgon's Maze. It's on both paths. There's one on the left side and there's one on the right side. I think the one on the right side is easier to go for from what I've heard so far, and that is the one we went for. So once you get through the Gorgon's Maze, you will get to Atheon, the final boss. What you need to do is, whoa, I'm getting ahead of myself. When you first walk in, there's going to be a conflux in the very middle. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have 3 to 4 people defending that conflux, just like you did at the Templar part, and what will happen is one or three people in the first one. 3 people will be guarding the conflux, and 3 people is going to go in that portal on the side. So what you have to do is you have to stand in the sync plank, get it up, and then go into the portal. And once you're in the portal, the guys are going to get a relic, and that is going to help you later on in the Atheon boss fight. So you have to get that on both sides, the left and the right. What we did is we sent 3 people in on the left side, and then we, on the next side, when we came back out, we left 4 people out to defend the conflux because it gets kind of harder, and just put 2 people in the portal to get the relics, and it was pretty easy that way. That's probably the easiest method. But can't really think of anything other than that. Once you've done that, got both the relics, just make sure you defend that conflux. Don't let them sacrifice themselves to it. And then after that, the actual boss fight will commence. Atheon will come out. And what you need to do is you need to dedicate each member to a job. So what we did is basically it teleports the back 3 players into the portal, or that's what Atheon does. I did hear there's a change that's coming out where they're just going to send random people, but for now that is not the case. And so we dedicated the back 3 people that were going to go in each time, and so that we just all went to the back, and then he teleported us, and then the other 3 people have to keep the spire or not the spire, what am I even talking about, have to keep the sync plate open so we can come back through the portal. Once we get teleported in, we have to call out left or right, or Mars or Venus, basically, and that way they will know which one to open. So basically, if you're one of the guys going in the portal, there's going to be 3 people. One's going to be the relic holder, and 2 are going to be shooting the oracles. One of the guys will kind of be shooting the enemies too with the relic guy, but the relic guy, basically, he needs to run out in the very beginning and clear out all the enemies with his relic. The 2 back guys need to be shooting the oracle, but they need to stay sorta in the same level, because the relic holder will need to cleanse you, because if not, your screen will go completely black and you won't be able to see anything. So you want to stay relatively close to each other, that way he can cleanse you at the same time. If you're on the outside of the portal, holding it up for them, you're going to want one person in the little ring on the little platform that's in the ring, because if not, the supplicants will blow up and they will wreck you. And usually you'll want one person on the other side and one person on that side on a ledge to shoot the people. Once the people come outside the portal and have defeated all the oracles inside, what you'll want to do is you'll get like a 30-second damage buff to Atheon, and that's when you deal all your damage. You don't shoot him till then because it's just a waste of ammo, but then you unload on him. What we did is there's this middle rock in the very, very middle of the map, not on the same platform Atheon is on, but on the very middle, and what we do, the person that had the relic, he would go put his shield up, that way anyone that hopped in would get cleansed, and then we would just shoot from there, and at the 6-second mark, all the 3 back people would roll way to the back. That way they would definitely get teleported and the other people would go to their positions. So other than that, you just do damage. You keep repeating that. Usually it takes about 4 or 5 tries, and that's just about it. Finally you'll be Atheon, and maybe you can get some good stuff. I think 4 Ascendant Shards, and Praedith's Revenge, which is a legendary sniper, and some Prime Zealot Greaves, which are boots. So that's a pretty nice deal of loot there, and I was happy to get that. But like I said, that's pretty much it, guys. There will be a video about the chest probably coming out soon, but I need to run through it again and make sure I know all the chests. I'm trying to find all of them, but like I said for about the 1000th time, that's about it. Guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Constructive criticism always helps, and see you guys next time.